This is Bobby Okereke, linebacker with the Indianapolis Colts. Make sure you follow my guys at the Anvil, best sports talk podcast going on with Colts right now. Tune in.
It seems like a Sunday, like anyone before. That's what you think. So you open up the door, you feel the buzz, you can hear the people singing battle cries. Lucas Oil Stadium's about to come alive. Blue and white jerseys, some old and some new, all gather round South Capitol Avenue. They come for the tailgate, some drive and some fly. Colts fans show up with fire in their eyes, yelling, "Go Hosts, go Big Blue!" We're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation. We take this very serious, it is not a joke. We're back, all the players, we're back, any coach. We scream and we root, we raise up our fist to support this team from Indianapolis. Go Hosts, go Big Blue! We're in the stands, cheering for you, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation, Colts Nation. Screaming, go Hosts, go Big Blue! We're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, yeah, Colts Nation, that Colts Nation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back. It's that time of the year. Football is back, and you know what that means. It's the Anvil Show with your boy, Big P, Clyde the Voice, Big Country, Thomas Frost, and your man CJ. Again, this is the Anvil Show. Now bang that bitch.
What's good? We ain't actually got the anvil, but while I got you, please go ahead and like, subscribe, all those great things to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You know what it is. Big P, you're failing me because where in the hell is my, you know what? Where's my banner, dog? You ain't got it up there.
I told him.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, the banner.
Twitter, the Anvil Show. You would think that we would know what we're
that
doing.
one.
God.
You would think I'd be on top of this by now, but
Bruh.
Yeah, you're on top of something. It ain't
got-
for them guys.
Sean, Richard,
good?
Robert, Kevin.
damn, if he
Aaron,
keeps
Paul,
opening
what's
up this
What's
door,
up?
Acosta, I'm coming through it. He just said I'm on top of something, and he just opened that door up,
What did I
And
tell
he-
you earlier? What did I
and-
tell you earlier?
and
Y'all gotta
he's in like bumfuck Mississippi. He can't hit me from there, so
Don't
I can
do
say it.
not go there. Just don't.
Okay, I won't.
Yes,
will.
Stacy. Hey, man, get to your job. Open up these things. Yes, Stacy, I did go skydiving. We will get to the comments.
I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, that shit was incredible. What
That's
you
like
mean?
some white people shit.
You know what was hilarious?
That's why he's wearing a Budweiser hat.
When in Rome, do as a Roman. But
The
no,
transformation has
He's trying-
started.
He's trying to blend in down there now.
You got that Hank. You're giving me Hank Hill vibes with that shit.
Oh,
You know what, Bobby? I'll tell you what, Bobby. No, look,
David-
for real, like,
David,
so
Bobby.
we went on this thing, and it was all minorities. It was hilarious because we was like, usually this is probably what maybe white people would do. We had not a single one. It was all
You
minorities.
sounded crystal clear for 2 seconds, and then Did you guys see that? Notice that? That was weird. Never mind. I don't know. I was watching to see what you did differently, and then I don't know. I guess it's just the headphones.
Thomas, until you get in your own living room, you don't get to judge how I sound.
No, I'm trying to help.
He said it's
All
like
right.
you're still skydiving.
We got to do what we got to do because I have limited capabilities.
Yeah. I forgot. My bad.
Yes. Anyway, right? Let's just jump right into it. Please cue my banner, Patrick. It is time to bang that bitch, and we're going right into the 53.
All right, I can't do all these banners now.
Jesus.
Oh my God!
You
you
have
fired.
one job.
We need a point man out there.
One job.
That's not the one, Patrick.
What's your?
That's definitely
That's
not the
not.
one.
That's
Patrick.
not it. There you go.
What is wrong with this guy?
New pal CB. That's the stuff you need to put down.
You just
Mofo.
gonna run through them all?
I'll eventually get it right. Damn it!
I hope y'all are ready for a fun show. So let's just jump right into the final 53. All right, so the final 53. We're not going to go name by name, but I'm sure everybody's seen the final 53. So we have to talk about the surprise cuts. And I think that there's one that stands out more than anyone. And I'm going to open the floor with that, but I'm going to just say number 30, not bringing in Philip Lindsay. How do we feel about that? Thomas, let's start with you.
I am a little bit surprised, but we need a good third running back for special teams, and he just ain't it. Like, he's good. He's good for like your traditional running back, but special teams play. And don't forget, Tyson Williams also got cut too. I think that's what it boils down to for both those guys. Neither one of them are really good on special teams. We got a true running back. We got a receiving back. What we need is a special teams back, and I think Deion Jackson is a better special teams back over Philip Lindsay and Tyson Williams. So I mean, I'm surprised in a sense, but I understand the move because I mean we're not really going to utilize three running backs. So
yeah, like not in that traditional.
No, not at all. No.
Method. Right.
Nah.
Carvey, where you at on that?
I ain't gonna lie, it was a shock. I mean, at first I was like, "What, Philip Lindsay?" That I was excited when we picked him up but we released him, and then I found out like Thomas said that him not working with the special team really hurt him a lot. I think if he'd worked with the special teams, like he said, he would have had a better chance on staying with the team. But him not working with the special teams, it hurt him a lot. But that was one person that kind of surprised me. Can we talk about another person that surprises?
No, stay on this one before you get gorillas.
All right, well,
Carvey, you just being greedy tonight, bro. You crack your little Pepsi.
Hey, what did I tell you? What did I tell you pre-show? What was going to happen with him? What did I tell you?
He's going to be too aggressive because of the crown. All right, what are you feeling about this, Acosta?
I mean, I agree. What was that?
That made me
On your own
cringe.
part?
No,
Wow.
he's just drinking it straight. I'm sorry. No, I watched him take it like a big. That made me cringe. I'm sorry.
What that
God.
What that tastes like? Piss water? It's crown.
no.
It's crown.
I know, but
Come
still. Oh God.
Anyway, I agree
I
with
don't like how
Thomas.
you're saying, ugh, what is that? That's so weird sounding.
Omaha Clyde.
Ooh. Anyway, go ahead, Acosta. My bad.
So I agree, Thomas, CJ. I agree with what y'all say, but I'm kind of an old school guy coming from a smash mouth football background. So my thoughts of the matter is we didn't get to see him on special teams and what his capabilities were there. But if Hines is going to start playing a slot, that slot spot more, I think we need another smash mouth running back in that backfield. And Philip Lindsay is it. I mean, he has the explosiveness. He has that downhill north to south running game that we would need, just like JT has. So, I mean, that's my opinion.
I just want to agree with you because that I agree. I figure, if JT's not there, we have Hines as a slot, or even have Hines as a slot and JT and Philip out there. I think that would have been a nasty combination right there. But
Mhm.
You know,
I was more upset about Tyson Williams personally, but
well,
You always like the underdog, Thomas. But
well,
let's
I don't know if
roll
you
in.
remember. I don't. He was if you remember, the Ravens had all those injuries last year. Like they lost 3 running backs, and Tyson Williams was the next guy. He did really good. And then I was so excited when we got him. But
I was waiting for that comment right there, Cody. I was. I was waiting for that one.
No.
So
Sadly, not
Patrick-
going to happen.
Let Patrick go, and then I gotta take on that whole running back thing myself. But go ahead, P.
I followed right along with Country's thought process. I was really surprised. He had a good camp. He had a good preseason. You can keep Naheem in dedicated spots and still give JT some rest when he needs it. You know, now you're gonna, when you bring JT off the field, you bring Naheem in the backfield, it's going to be easier to dial in on the play calls. So to me, it was really a surprise move.
Get out
Now,
of my
I'm
mind.
not saying it's wrong. I'm just, to me, in the way I
No, yeah.
think, it was a surprise. Because, like Country was saying, that's how I really seen this going, how this backfield was really going to operate this year. But it's not going to be that way, is it?
Nope.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
agree wholeheartedly. But what I think I kind of missed in all of this is the importance of special teams, and we know how Bobby V treats that group. And we made a trade today to bring in a guy that was like a great special teamer for the Bucs. So it's definitely a lot of emphasis that's put on that part of the game. I know that third portion of the game often gets overlooked. We always think, how good is the offense? How good is the defense? And then special teams. But we really put a lot of emphasis on there. But my thing, though, I was hoping, even last year with Marlon Mack, definitely this year picking up Philip Lindsay, I was hoping to have a true 1-2 running back tandem, because to me, and I remain saying this, Naheem Hines is such a Swiss Army knife, like unique, delicate type player, that he doesn't give you that true threat as that second running back. You know what I mean? He doesn't. When you need to spell, like, he's not really the guy that's going to spell your guy. But because we have him and we don't really know just how great he can be when he's utilized in his full capacity, I think they're going to keep taking that, I won't say risk, but keep trying to put him in the offense as much as possible. We won't have the Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, combination that we dreamed for, because that's an amazing combination in my opinion. You can take another one that's not as effective, but Penny, what's the guy out there? It was Penny and Carson in Seattle for a few years.
yeah,
Though they stayed hurt though all the time. You know what I mean? But I'm with it. I'm not going to bash the squad. Philip Lindsay looked really good. I thought he was moving really well. Perhaps maybe he just, we just can't figure out how to make a 1-2 true combo. But that's my thoughts on that. Harvey, who you want to bring up?
The one person that kind of surprised me was Chelsea, the cornerback from
Chesley.
Yeah, Chesley.
Oh yeah.
You remember how he played in Baltimore last year?
I mean, last game, he was, the thing is, I seen him, he was all over the place. He was doing what he had to do. His name.
What?
Okay. Oh, he said.
You just asked me if I was quiet if I was on the gummies. No, I'm just letting everybody else get a chance to talk.
But no,
let me answer her question real quick. She was asked earlier if we was giving away tickets. No, Teresa, tonight we are not, unfortunately.
But
Go ahead,
stay
I'm
tuned.
sorry.
You good? Stay tuned. Maybe one day we may give away a ticket or two. You never know. You never know. So just keep watching. But back to what I was saying though, every time I seen him, he was out there. He was putting in work. I was impressed. Now I don't always look at a cornerback, but I was impressed with him and him getting rid of okay. I expected that. I mean, I did not expect him to get cut. A person I thought that I knew was going to get cut, Kiki. I called it. And I said he's going to get cut.
You did.
Yeah,
I thought Chesley was a camp body from the jump, especially after he came in and what happened in Baltimore last year. You could tell he was lost. He was a rookie last year. But these guys are trying hard, right? Like, these guys are really trying to make the cut.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them know that the odds are stacked against them, right? But they're still going out there trying to perform because maybe they'll get another shot somewhere.
I think, to be honest, I think he may be a practice squad. I think we may sign him to the practice squad. Real talk. I think he's right there, but not at that bar. He's like right below. That's my opinion. Marvell Tell, nah, he took over. Yeah.
So I mean, and then we might as well get to the other surprise cut, because we're not even sure, or wave. Let's say wave. But that was Curtis Brooks. You know, we had an opportunity to talk to Curtis last week, and that was quite a pleasure. So, you know, I would hope that he stays on a practice squad, or he stays relative to the squad, because we picked him for a reason. You know, he graded out really well. It's for the reason we drafted him. But perhaps maybe he's just not quite in the mix. And we cannot go without saying this year, one thing that we haven't done in multiple years is we got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. So we got Sam, we got Matt, we got Nick. And then going forward, on top of that, we had to kind of, I guess, make room for players that we have to now IR, because Ogletree was an IR move as well. So what I'm getting at is you can tell that we're still posturing for the future. And Sam played too well just to be put on the practice squad, because then he's, you know, eligible to get picked up by somebody. So I actually agree. I agree with the 53.
Yeah, I do too, because that brings me back to the question I asked the panel last week. Has Sam's trade value gone up? And in my opinion, keeping 3 quarterbacks like that, like you just said, Clyde, you ain't gonna let him go to the practice squad, because any team can get him, and you get nothing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if he's signed to your team and somebody wants him, you can get draft picks out of it. You can get trades out of it.
See, so, now, go ahead.
There again, you know, Ballard's playing chess while everybody else is playing poker or checkers.
Oh,
only different league.
Omaha.
That damn white hat Clyde's wearing stoned me off.
Oh, damn that! Don't do that. So let's talk about Sam.
But speaking of Sam though, like, this is what I've been saying. If Sam could learn from 2 vets, Matt Ryan and Nick Foles, he's under 2 vets. 1 Super Bowl, 1 that went to the Super Bowl. You know, 1 MVP, 1 Super Bowl MVP. You know, he has potential to learn from the great guys and work his way up. Like, okay, once Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan, he ain't gonna be here forever. Nick Foles, we don't know that future right now. So he gonna have to come up, and God forbid something happened to Matt Ryan or Nick Foles at the same time, he's gonna be that guy, and he's learning from them. So I think that he's at the right stage right now where he's learning from the vets. He's learning from people that been there, done that, and absolutely know what they're doing, and he could get that where now he can use their knowledge, his game, put it together. Hey, he may be something special. Watch out for Sam.
Now, before anybody else jumps in,
go back up. Hold on.
You guys, everybody that's in the chat that's asking questions, I'm marking them down. So, and when we get to the question and answer section of tonight's show, I'll go back through the chat and I'll bring your questions back up and give the panel a chance to talk on those questions. I don't want you guys to think you're asking us questions and we're ignoring you, because we're not. It's just we got a lot to digest and go through here.
Well, P might be, but that's just him.
Damn.
The Sam thing, before I pass
my
the
brother's
on
keeper.
Stephen Holder said something on Twitter this week that was pretty truthful, and it needs to resonate. Let's not get overly excited about the way Sam played, though he played great, because of where he was playing on those games. Right now, that's not to discredit him, but he was also playing against players who, for the most part, were in the same position as him. We're trying to work out. We're trying to make teams. The defenses aren't that complex, that whole thing. Don't take away from his talent, though. However, but just like Stephen Holder would say, he's definitely years away, in my opinion, from being a starter, like a full-time starter. So a lot of people get excited from what they see, and that's what we do as fans. but we also have to hold things in context, and that's all I'll say about it. So I'm glad that we, because last year Sam could have been thrust into. Remember, he was about 1 day from starting against the Raiders last year, and then luckily Carson. Well, I ain't gonna say luckily, we lost the game, but Carson Wentz got cleared and he ended up playing. But Sam could have got his first true game action last year, and I think that would have actually been good for us as fans to see him in a very, very pivotal game with playoff implications and what may or may not have happened had he been our quarterback. So now we just have to say, well, we got a really good third reserve. And that's okay for today. That's okay. We don't need to digest that. He's definitely played into our hearts over the last 2 seasons in preseason. I'll say that. But I don't think that he's ready to be our guy.
I absolutely agree. I agree with you. He's not ready to be that guy, but that goes back into what I was saying, that he needs to learn from the vets, learn from them, get some knowledge, experience, and then when that time is ready, when his number is called, he should be ready though. I agree.
We'll see. That's all I say. We can see. But the 53 as a whole, I don't think there were any other real surprises, honestly, other than like Philip Lindsay was probably the biggest, in my opinion. Then you can say Curtis Brooks only because he was a drafted player this year. So being a drafted player and understanding how Chris Ballard looks at his drafted players, you could say, well, he apparently wasn't quite ready. I won't say doing something right. Let's just say he wasn't quite ready.
Right.
Here's another one too. Matter of fact, Let's bring that up. Adam says Weatherford. Weatherford did play well.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me.
Well. Yeah,
that's why I said him and Chelsea, them two right there was the two that I was like, I was impressed with, where to the point where they have shown that they are trying to work their way up.
I definitely think Curtis and Sterling would definitely make our practice squad though, for sure.
I agree.
They would definitely be there, to be ready, to take places of people who we need them to back up. So I think they'll be, rearing and ready to go come the regular season if we need them.
I'm gonna shock you with this one. A surprise keep is Bantu. Like I don't know what we're still trying to fish out of that. But if we let go of, Kamiko the Dragon last year, I thought that though he was hurt, when he actually got time with the squad, I thought he actually was more productive than Bantu. Maybe I was missing something, but we kept Bantu. So that's really wild to me. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't think that he had done anything enough to potentially take a roster spot over somebody else maybe in another whole position group. I just didn't think he had done enough over his time. Just my thoughts. But who am I?
The one that came out of camp that has me scratching my head saying, where the hell did he come from? Rodney Thomas, number 25.
Yeah, that's the dude.
What position?
Yale. He's from Yale.
Safety.
Yeah,
he was a 7th rounder.
He was flat bowling out in these preseason games.
And we lost Kari. We got to keep that. We lost Kari,
Yeah, but he earned that spot. It wasn't given to him because Kari retired. In my opinion, he earned that fucking spot.
Well, no, not like that. I'm just saying, like, we didn't have any more depth there. Like, Kari retiring after the draft, right at the draft, you might as well say, like, kind of changed everything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Nick is going to be the man, but you got to have somebody behind him. And that kid, Thomas, is all over the field if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, he's all over the field, especially for an Ivy Leaguer. Yeah, that's the rookie guy is receiving returning kicks.
I wonder if he's related to the other Rodney Thomas. Wasn't there a running back named Rodney Thomas? I think he died recently. He was like I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he played for the Oilers.
I think I know what you're talking about. He's the second too. So
yeah, he might be related to him.
Dallas Flowers. That's the guy that's returning.
Kick returner, yeah.
He's a cornerback for whomever asked it. Adams, that's who's doing that. But yeah, so as I'm looking at all the position groups, and like I said, I'm not gonna run through them all. I think that for the most part, there's no shocks. One thing that's big for the 53 is that Shaquille came off the pup list. That's still hard for me to say that, like, not in a bad way, but just I have to slow down and not say Darius. But Shaquille came off the pup list. So now the speculation is he ready for week 1? Does he still want to kind of take it light in week 1, maybe come back week 2? I don't know. But we know his energy is missed, and we need it. And you know that he's ready to come back. So.
Yeah, I think him coming back, that will boost up our defense to another level.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm looking at the numbers, how they lay out. Do we traditionally, and I'm going to say no, but do we traditionally keep 10 defensive linemen? Because we got 10. That seems like a lot. As a matter of fact, that's the largest position group.
I think that's big. That's large.
10 D line.
Yeah.
That's wild, huh?
That's freaking huge, dude. I mean, Ben Bonnigue, DeForest Buckner, Byron Coward, Eric Johnson II, Tyquan Lewis, Yannick, Odejimbo, Deo Dangbo, Quiddy Pay, and Grover Stewart.
But okay, with that being said, you see what we're mostly focusing on this year is mostly defense. That we're trying to get our defense on point right now. So that's where they like, hey, this, even though we got our offense work on everything, but our biggest concern is defense, in my opinion. I may be wrong, but I think it's all about defense for them this year. Because they said
Tyler, absolutely. You're going to see more moves.
Yeah, for sure.
I truly
absolutely
believe it.
Over the next 24, 48 hours, probably.
I don't know, Carvey. I don't think we're focusing on one side of them. I don't think you can ever do that. I think that's unfair.
I agree. I'm not saying that we're just strictly like tunnel vision on strictly defense. I mean, of course, we're going to work on looking at offense and we're looking at other positions, but I think that if it has to be more, like when it comes to the teeter, like what more, way more, it'll be more defense than offense. They'd be like, okay, because defense wins the game. We got to make them stops. We got to make them plays to get the ball back to offense, you know? So I believe that they are trying to get our defense like to the number one spot.
I feel you. I'm not arguing with you. I think that I'm going to lean heavy toward the offense because one thing that we've seen that we really talked about was what was going to happen with the receiver group, and all of them made the cut. Now, Kiki and all them, I won't really weigh them because they were not drafted players. Sure, we picked up some good pieces, but everybody that Chris Ballard has drafted over the last 3 years is in that receiver room. Or I'll take, we'll take, what's his name? The restricted free agent, Doolin. We didn't draft him. I think we picked him up from a practice.
Oh, wow.
Did we draft Doolin? I don't think we drafted
Hey guys, I just got a call from a family member. I got to go help, so I got to bounce.
All right, buddy.
Hold the fort down, gentlemen.
We got you. Be safe.
Yeah, so I didn't think that was something that we were going to see. I actually thought we were going to have to make a tough decision, but we didn't. We kept them off. But I think Matt Ryan makes these receivers accountable. So going forward,
very much so.
If they don't play well, there won't be nothing else to talk about. If that makes sense with these guys.
No, for real.
So yeah, this is their opportunity. And we will see if these are the receivers that are actually going to be the receivers going forward. I'm happy that Mike is back. He looked good. I'm happy that Dez got to stay because he looked great.
Yep.
Harris looked good, even though he didn't have a lot of catches, but just his route running, his comfortability with his knee. Of course, Michael Pittman going to be Michael Pittman. Doolin, we know he can play if given the opportunity. So I like our core, not a bunch of sexy names, and I'm sure that's going to be a topic of discussion once Matt Ryan has an off week because nobody's perfect, but we just have to, gear up and start to position ourselves in a better state than we were last year.
Right.
The receiving core got lit up last year. Boy, they got obliterated. Every game that we lost, it was always on them. More than even Carson Wentz at certain times. So we'll see how that goes. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, I got the comments. Don't worry about that. So, all right. So let's jump real quick into let's just talk about Tampa Bay really quick
Okay.
because
All right,
it's a
yeah.
preseason game.
Let's go.
So we're banging that bitch. We're moving on. So we'll start with you, Acosta, because you had the opportunity to go into both preseason games. So what did you see in this last one?
Well, obviously the crowd, was so against Tom Brady. It wasn't funny. Even though he only played one series, which was funny because one of my youngest godchildren, yelled "fuck Tom Brady" and people loved it. So that's good. But anyway, to the more serious matters.
Teaching them bad habits, but yes, fuck Tom Brady.
But the starters looked, pretty productive. You could tell that, they were still working out some kinks, still working out some codes, stuff like that. But overall, they looked good. I mean, they looked ready. Matt Ryan was in complete control. They only played for maybe a half worth. Maybe I can't remember how many minutes it was. But I mean, to me, they looked good. Mike Strawn showed out again. Sam Ehlinger, looked really well with that 45-yard run that he had. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time and a lot of takeaways. We've seen how these cuts were made and how these waivers were made. There's probably a lot through that game who showed up and who didn't. So,
yeah. No, that's very true. I didn't get to watch it in its entirety because that was the day I went skydiving, so I was kind of coming back. So my phone was going in and out while I was riding back. But was there anything that stood out? I mean, I know I seen what Sam did. I seen the highlight of his 45-yard scamper. That was pretty great. But was there anything else to take away, from anybody seeing it?
I mean, like Sean just said, Stephon Gilmore, showed really, really good form out there. He showed out, had some good coverages. The defensive line, really put a lot of pressure on Tom Brady during that one little series that he did have. But the rest of the time, the backups did show promise. I seen Deo in the backfield a few times. The other Odejiabo was looking good too. And Nick Cross was covering well. So, I mean, yeah, just, the ones that you like to see, did really well. And the few standouts, obviously, was Sam. And if I'm missing anybody else, y'all can jump in. But,
Adam said Grover stood out as well.
Yeah, Big Grove, he had a hell of a game too. But yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody that you thought would stand out. And then there was some good second and third stringers, looked really well. Some rookies that looked really well. But yeah, Unc said Nick Cross looked great.
I saw Nick Cross finish the preseason as the highest was it PR Pro Football Focus PFF score.
Yeah,
he finished as the top safety overall, not even rookies, overall.
Yeah, and be honest, you know what? I'm gonna give Nick Cross some praise because Nick Cross came in, and especially as a rookie, he is stepping up and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and the kid looks amazing. I'm glad that he stepped up and he did what he had to do, but I was amazed and I like it, especially to be that young to do what he's doing right now. And I hope this carry on during the season. So let's hope this continue.
Absolutely. And I think too, I think also taken away from the game, if you had to pick, every quarterback, wide receiver, they have a tandem, a quarterback has his favorite. And I think right now, and within the first stringers out there on defense, the Bucs have a pretty good defense. But looking at that, it looks like obviously MPJ is going to be Matt Ryan's go-to receiver, which we all pretty much predicted that anyway.
Yeah, that was a given basically.
But they look strong. They look like they're in sync together. The more reps, the more dangerous they'll be. So we're really looking forward to seeing what they do this season.
I'll be honest. I think that Mo and Kyler Granson, they probably get some more love too this year because Matt Ryan, he loves his tight ends.
Yeah,
he's not afraid. He's going to feed it to him. Long as they run a route, do what they're supposed to do, he will feed you the ball. And like Matty Ice, he's going to make players like Alex Pierce, Mo, Kyler Granson, MPJ. I'm not saying they're terrible, but he will make them a household name. where they'd be like, yo, watch out for these guys right here. Because I remember, you got to think about it. You know, who knew? Y'all remember Brandon Stokely?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Payne Manning made, I'm not saying that Brandon Stokely was terrible, but Payne Manning made Brandon Stokely who he was, you know?
Yeah.
So,
He went to, he sucked in Baltimore.
Yeah, but so a quarterback can make a player. A quarterback can make a player, and I think that Matty Ice is about to make these players.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, Carvey, because I mean, like Thomas just said, he didn't do that good in Baltimore, but then when he reunited with Peyton in Denver,
yeah, he did good there.
He did great there again. It's just it's all about that chemistry. I mean, I know we say that a lot, you know, like it's just anything, but that chemistry is what you need. I mean, Alec Pierce, I think we'll have that chemistry with Matt Ryan eventually down the road this season. Paris Campbell, obviously, but you know, you got to have that tandem, and I think MBJ, obviously, and Matt Ryan's that tandem.
Yeah. So, but what did you say? I hope they do utilize Big Mike. You know, I like Big Mike. I'm glad that we kept him. You know, because I was like, I hope they don't get rid of Patman and Big Mike, because them two right there, whew, they're gonna be something nice.
Another good takeaway on the defensive side of the ball is these schemes that Gus Bradley's running with this defense is working. I mean, absolutely phenomenally. I mean, they're executing this stuff. It's fast. It's hard. You know, it's strong. I mean, that's what this defense always needed. They didn't ever need to be conservative like they were under Flus, as much as, you know, we liked Flus for the first few years, but that cover two, you know, killed us being that conservative. We have aggressive guys who need to get to the ball fast, which we already did. But now these schemes that he's running is just so dead set on getting to the ball, making plays, and just basically making you pay. And I love it. I said last year, you know, the defensive line has the speed to do stunt plays. And I've seen a lot more stunt plays from these bigger guys like Big Rove and Buckner doing stunt plays, and Yannick, you know, doing stunt plays with Buckner. And it's phenomenal to watch. It's like ballet out there. It's fucking awesome.
All right.
I do have, so I got a couple things that I'm gonna bring up. A couple things. The first thing is I'm leaving that up there for a minute because I like that, Tyler. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Another thing, while we're on this, let's talk defense, but I'm gonna bring this up because Adam has brought this up a couple times. But we're talking to defense. I don't know if you guys seen, but we have a new type of, I guess, I don't call it base, but a new type of prevent, like the big play defense, but it's all based on what happens on first and second down. Did you guys notice how we play three safeties and they're back all the way to the first down marker?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this gigantic hole in the middle, but that's because we've got the team in, like, let's call it 3rd and 14 or greater. I kind of like that because I've never really seen anything like that. It's kind of weird to look at, but we have playmakers that are so fast and the speed is there that I'm going to get used to that versus just bailing out into that cover two and getting beat. Now, a couple times they got us over top in the game. I will say that. But for the most part, with the number ones, I don't think that'll happen. Just my thought.
Oh, no. No, I mean, like I said, like this defense is designed to make you pay. You know, you go overhead, yeah, you might get some yardage on us, but we're going to make you pay for them yards. We're going to make you earn every single one of those yards with that speed and that power. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm a defensive guy, so I'm excited to see all this different defensive schemes, but it just fits us like I thought it would. It just fits this defense on how nasty that they could be. And I'm just loving every minute of it.
So I want to take this, and then we can open up the comments. So I'm gonna take this because he's like all six have the same body type, and I would say 4 of them do. I think Doolin is only like in the 6'1", 6'2" range.
So is Campbell.
Alex Pierce is only like 6'3".
But what I'm getting at is, like, we got to also think about the rest of the attack, though. Don't just focus on the receivers. We do have, well, we would have had a third giant tight end, but we got 2 giant tight ends and an athletic tight end. Plus, we got the Swiss Army knife that's, you know, Naheem Hines. Plus, we got the unstoppable force of JT. So all I'm saying is, don't just get caught up, Adam, in how the receivers look. Think about how we're going to attack in the red zone as a whole. That's why I'm not, you know, too, worried about how we look at the size-wise. Because even if it is that way, we throw jump balls across the field. That's still scary. I'm still looking at a lineup that's potentially MPJ, Mike Strawn, Jelani Woods, and Mo Alley in a 2 tight end set with somebody coming out the backfield, either JT or Naheem. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Or are you gonna replace one of them and put Paris Campbell on the drag? What are you gonna do?
I mean, exactly. I mean, especially if you have those two big body tight ends, pass blocking, man. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, you get them 2 big tight end bodies blocking with any of them speedsters in there, Campbell, I mean, even Alec Pierce and Naheem, going down that seam. Matt Ryan's gonna have all damn day.
And Adam said to Adam that there can only be one Adam. So I'm gonna that. All right, so let's get into Q&A because really we've already talked about how the squad looking entering the season by just talking about the PDC. So let's just go into QA, and then I got to scroll back because Pat left, but I can see where he is. So let's go all the way back to the top.
I got the highlighted questions.
Oh, do you?
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah, I see it. I got him.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it too.
We got 4.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Tyler. He said, so is Sam the future after Ryan or nah? Who wants to take that one first?
I'd say it's too soon. Go ahead,
All right.
Carver.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna be real. If Sam if Sam does what he has to do, Sam actually study and get better, like I said, develop, he can be that guy. He can be the future. I mean, we've seen him progress. He keep progressing each year. I haven't seen a downfall, so he keep progressing. So I believe that Sam Ehlinger, it could be the future if he keep developing, moving up. Not now, Clyde, because it look like you're gonna say something. Not now. But
just say
in the future.
Look, he lifts it. 3 dots. He lifts it. Thomas, no. You're the journalist, Thomas. You know what ellipsis means. Like
Yeah.
Just leave that open. All right. What's the next question?
Next question is by Matthew Banks. Matthew asks, what's everyone's thoughts on acquiring Grant Stewart?
I'll be honest, I didn't know who he was until today.
I know he's a special teams monster. He wrecks people.
And that's why we got him,
really?
Because we needed someone pretty much on the special team that's I ain't gonna say develop around him, but he's that guy that come in and he could make a difference on the special team. We needed that person on the special team, and he is that guy. So that's why the coach.
Okay.
You know who we no longer have, right? Last year we had Jordan Glasgow, who was that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then who's the safety?
We don't have him.
Who's that safety we lost that was like a Pro Bowler on special teams? Y'all remember who I'm talking about?
George Odom.
We lost
George
him, didn't we? Yeah, he's been gone for a minute.
So, like I said, we needed that guy, and they said that he is that guy. So, that's why they went and got him.
Yeah, Bobby V puts a lot of time, as we've seen last year on Hard Knocks. There's a lot of
Bubba.
time and focus, or Bubba, yeah. There's a lot that goes into what he does, and that's not to be overlooked because he schemes up punt blocks and field goal blocks and you name it. A couple returns last year. So, yeah, it's important that we put an emphasis there. And like I said at the beginning of the show, we usually only think offense and defense, and we'll figure special teams out. We're actually putting an emphasis on special teams. So I'm with that.
I'm so glad you brought up Bubba because, I mean, let's just talk about him just for a quick second. I mean, high praise to that man because, to me, I mean, special teams does not get talked about that often. And, I mean, I think Bubba is definitely one of the best masterminds of special teams in the league. I mean, he is phenomenal. If you just, like Clyde just said, if you just listen to Hard Knocks last year and how he coaches and what he expects of his players on special teams, it's phenomenal how he coaches. Definitely go back and watch it if you haven't got a chance. But shout out to him for being such a great special teams coach. I mean, we definitely wouldn't be where we are without him on special teams. So kudos to him.
All right, I think we already hit Adam's question about the receiver types. And then Matthew asked who's returning kickoffs and punt returns now. So I think we already touched on that with Dallas Flowers as one of the guys. I also believe you'll still have Isaiah Rodgers probably in there at some point. And
Hines.
don't forget about Hines. Hines had a game where he had 2 punt returns. So we can never forget about that game. So I think those are our main guys. Let's go.
Yeah, because what is it that Naheem said before each return? Like, I'm gonna die or something.
Yeah. He just goes back there with the thought he's gonna die.
I would like to see. I would like to see Campbell returning punts and stuff if he can stay healthy. No, you don't think so? I would love.
No, Paris? No, hell no. We
He's
don't need
injured.
no more shelter.
No.
I'm just saying. I think he'd be good.
Okay, so Tyler's question is here we go. Adam, sorry.
Ooh,
Who's
that's
your
a good
offensive
question.
sleeper? That's a great question.
Offensive sleeper. I'm gonna say Paris Campbell. The sky's the limit. The sky's the damn limit. And a good year for Paris Campbell is something like from the slot primarily. If Paris Campbell would have 500-600 yards and 4 TDs, like that shows promise from that. I mean, and that keeps us humble and honest. Because you got to remember, go back 2 years ago when his opening week in Jacksonville, though we lost the game with Phillip Rivers. But remember how he was eating Jacksonville alive, like on crosses and drags. He had a great game in that very first game against Jacksonville, though we lost. So he showed a lot of promise. Then I think it was the following week or the week after is when he had the big knee injury, and then boom, his season was over. So if we can just get that type of action out of him, because we don't have a lot of lateral quickness because our receivers are so big. So we're going to need that from him. We're going to need that from Naheem. We're going to need that maybe a little bit, maybe from Doolin. Maybe that's his specialty. But we got to get some of this going on. We got to get some of this crisscross applesauce going on, because a lot of our routes are this post corners, fly routes, fades, big people routes, hooks and stuff like that. So we got to get a little bit of that.
I think. Honestly, I think my sleeper is gonna be Jelani Woods. I think he's gonna come in and dominate. The flats. Those 5 and ends, those 7 and in. Type plays. I think the red zone is going to be his territory along with Mo, but I think Jelani's really going to shine. He's got that. Mo's a big dude, but if you've really seen Jelani, especially training camp up close, he's just a massive human being.
Yeah,
he's like a walking dude. He's a walking redwood, bro.
Yeah, that's not
a walking redwood that can, that has a 4.6 speed. So he can get to those tight cuts in that red zone so quick. So I think Jelani's going to be my man.
Just think like a more agile Gronk, because Gronk is like 6'7", right?
Yeah.
But Gronk was always kind of big and burly, though he had some speed early on. And he had power, a good route runner, but he was just burly. Like Jelani's not built like that. Jelani's like an athlete, not like this big.
If you wanted to mix 2 tight ends together, in my opinion, I think it would be a Gronk and a Dallas Clark if they had a baby.
Yeah, both of them are white, and then we have a black child. That'd be strange.
Yeah, whoa.
We're talking about talent here. We're talking about talent here, buddy. Okay.
He said they both white, so
Offensive
Bruh.
sleeper for you, Thomas. Who you got?
Well, my top 2 were taken. I'm gonna go ahead and say Alec Pierce. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people this year, early on, especially. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, rookie offensive player of the year, in my opinion.
I wouldn't not gonna go that far with it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No, okay.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, he's got a lot of competition for that, but I'm not gonna.
I think he's going to be solid. He just got to grow on me, because I think he was so, man, who am I? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on in the green room. But I was like,
right.
I just didn't see him where he was on our receiver projection board. Like, and again, who am I? But I'm thinking, if not Christian Watson, then definitely you name it, all these other guys that were available, right? Alec Pierce, though I knew we had put some eyes on him because Cincinnati's right up the road, I had no idea he had graded out in our Colts room as probably their second behind Christian Watson, honestly. But yeah, from what we've seen, he's made great plays, especially the joint practice. I always like to see what you do against other competition, not the defense you see every day. So he had a great joint practice against Detroit. Everybody remember his athletic catch and just showing strong hands and stuff like that. So I'm anxious to see what he's going to do, man. I'm not going to knock the man. I'm hoping he got it. at best, right? I won't say at best, but if we get that Adam Thielen type production out of him, because remember, Adam Thielen was an undrafted guy that got picked up by Minnesota and then became a freaking Pro Bowler. But he reminds me of him, right? In a lot of different ways. His route running, his hands, stuff like that. So
kind of reminds me of Andrews too from Baltimore.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
The tight end, Alex Pierce?
Yeah. Oh, not Alec Pierce. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Never mind. Don't mind me.
I don't know. Sorry, my AirPods died.
Hey, but you know what? We can hear you way better now.
Yeah. Dude, that was weird. Whenever you turn your head to the left, it would like clear up. But I don't know. It was weird.
All right.
But Carvey, real quick. I was gonna say Carvey, real quick. Who's your sleeper?
My sleeper, like I said, Matt Ryan likes them tight ends, so I'm gonna go with Big Mo. I think Mo's gonna because he's our number one tight end right now, and I think this is gonna be his year where he's gonna be getting a lot more catches, and he's gonna get some more TDs. So just look out for Big Mo.
Okay. I mean, yeah, and he's set behind Jack Doyle, who's a good productive tight end. So I can see that. Good choice.
Yeah.
So let's hit this one. Then we got Aaron too. So Tyler said, "What about the punter replacement?" You know what? I have not got to see him up close. Again, I didn't watch a lot of that Tampa game, but it was super unfortunate to see Rigo go down. Just remember, like 2 years ago, he was dealing with the rare cancer that he had, and then the guy ruptures his Achilles, right? And practice. So, and like at the end of practice too. So, man, that's just a tough break. And we haven't even put really the light on the injuries that we had to deal with this year. So we got him out for this season. Ogletree's out for this season. We just lost Armani Watts, who was a safety that we picked up. He got hurt first play of the Tampa Bay game. So the injury bug, though, we've prayed over the boys and said we hope they all show up healthy. It seems to always find us in Indianapolis. But, yeah, I mean, the punter has a background. You know what I'm saying? Punter has experience, so all we can do is hope that he puts the defense in good spots by kicking the ball into the right area. So I'll just leave it at that. This is a good one right here. I'll let you start with this, Carvey.
Oh, all right. So what's our prediction for the first 5 games? All right, first 5 games, we should win. Okay, we should win against. You know what? I'm gonna keep my prediction. We're gonna be 5-0. There we go. I said it. Mic drop. I ain't gonna back down. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
5-0. Shoot.
Going 5-0 with that divisional gauntlet, huh?
Yeah, 5-0, B.
Right,
we want all the smoke. We want all the smoke, son.
Where you at on that, country? You agree?
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
Where's the loss?
Kansas City.
Oh man.
We're gonna win that game. We're gonna win that game.
Hey, as a fan, I want us to light up fucking Patrick Mahomes like we did before. The defensive line's scary. Those new schemes are scary, but man, it's just I don't know.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, so since y'all said the first game, we're gonna go to Kansas City, right? Let's talk about Kansas City if you don't mind.
Kansas City comes here.
Yeah,
I know. My bad. Kansas City. Y'all said Kansas City.
Yeah.
They got who? Juju. Who else?
We're not doing that again. Are we doing that again?
Oh, come on, man.
No, we're doing it again. We're doing it again.
But we're not going player by player.
But it don't matter. We'll give up.
You seen our we've seen our defense. We've seen our defense. We see what our play type. You see how especially Nick Cross out there being a ball hawk, Isaiah Rodgers being a ball hawk. Come on, man. You seen our defense. You seen our defense.
But
I got it, but that's not based on them though. Like
they have Josh Gordon. Do they have Josh Gordon still?
Josh Gordon got released.
Did he? Oh shit.
Aaron's got us losing to Houston in week 1. What?
Where's Omaha?
Well, look, I say 4-1, but I still think the Broncos is our first loss Thursday night. That's the 5th game.
I forgot about that.
No, Josh Gordon's still on the. No, never mind. He got cut today. Never mind.
Yeah, he got.
2 weeks ago. Oh, his Wikipedia page ain't updated. It still says he. Okay, never mind.
Wikipedia, man, what you doing? That ain't no good.
Well, It's like,
Your
Says
WikiLeaks
the
looking
journalist.
ass.
no, but like we'll give up like 180 yards to fucking Sky Moore or Justin Ross or some random person. Like you know how that goes.
Indeed. No, Aaron says that's getting the bugs out. So, I mean, because we do have that history, right? We what?
Kansas
0-8?
City and Denver. Wow.
Are we 0-8 in the last 8 openers?
That is
like
correct. That's
Something like
correct.
Yeah.
that. Something like
Jeez.
that.
Oh, look at Zach. You know what, Zach? Hey, man, I'm bro. That could very much be it too.
But
The
you know what
AFC
though?
West-
That 0-8 is coming to a close because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be in Houston, so that's gonna be the game changer right there.
I'm
Me and
thinking
Tyler,
about
we on the same wavelength. I just, and it's not that I'm saying Denver is that much better than us. It's just, to me, that's a tough atmosphere. I've went to 2 Denver games. Tough atmosphere. Thursday night. You just got to be up for the challenge, right? I'm not rooting against this, but we just got to be up for the challenge. And Russell Wilson, the last couple times we've seen Russell Wilson, with the last one being last year, you see how that went. That dude just seems to have our numbers. So.
I'm sorry. I'd say we got new QB. You know,
I'm
our
with
D-
you.
oh,
That's the
we got
third year in
new
a row we
QB.
gotta say that.
We got we got new.
5th year. What you
new
mean? That's 5 in a row. 5th year we got.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I believe. I know our guys can do it. You know, we still got Kenny Moore out there. We got Isaiah Rodgers. We got Nick Cross. We got Darius. We got Grove. We know
who we got.
We got Quiddy Pay. We got Udakwe.
Patrick
I mean, do I need to keep going on? Do I need to keep going
got.
on? You want me to stop? We got Stephon Gilmore. Do I need to keep going on?
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying. Everybody, thank you, Tyler. We could go be 5-0 though. It's possible. Thank you. We could go 5-0.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Let me ask you all this
Who's
question.
battling
Then.
it?
Let me ask you all this question real quick. Then, while we still have a little bit of time left.
Okay.
Four primetime games this year for us. 2 at home, 2 away. What's the record for those?
Who are we playing again?
3
We
and
got
1.
Chargers. We got Chargers. We got who is it? Chargers, Steelers.
That's at least
Denver.
Denver. And
The Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
No. Well,
3 and
let me
1.
answer this. We're going to beat the Cowboys. Forget the Cowboys. Honey, I love you, but forget your team. I can't stand the Cowboys. Let's be real. I can't stand them. We're going to beat the Steelers. We're going to beat Denver, like I said. And who else the other team? Rams?
The Chargers.
Chargers. Oh. We should beat them.
Chargers is like New Year's Day or Christmas Day or not Christmas
Something like
Day,
that.
close
Something
to the
like
holiday.
that, yeah.
Something like that. Chargers might be. It might
the-
be. It might be. Might.
It's
I ain't gonna say
Monday.
yes. I'm
Monday
saying
after-
might. be.
Chargers.
I'm not.
Yeah, Chargers is a L. I think for sure.
I
You
don't
think?
think so, man. I really
It
don't. Like I
might.
think
I'm 50-50.
Clyde, who was your loss? You said 3-1. Who was your loss?
Denver. The
Denver.
Yeah.
Oof.
The very first prime time we got. Week
No, you
5.
know what? We're gonna win them all. Forget that. We're gonna win them all.
Oh my goodness. All right, with that, it's time to get out of here. Let's go around the room.
I was gonna say final thoughts. Clyde, your final thoughts, buddy.
Oh God.
My final thoughts. Yeah, this is a big week for me, man. In a couple days, I'll be promoting to E8. I'm down here in Alabama with some new friends that I'm meeting. Kind of learning this next step in my career, man. So it's a blessing because y'all all know that I didn't think I was gonna be here. Thought I was getting out, but I definitely got a little bit of time left. So kind of trying to get my mindset for that. But I'm excited for the new journey. So that's my final thoughts.
Call this man the Matt Ryan of the Air Force, y'all.
Shit.
Thomas, what's your final thoughts, buddy?
Man, I'm ready for actually be able to watch a game. I haven't been able to watch any preseason, so I think
Amen
kickoff's
to that.
a week from Thursday, I think. So I'm ready for it. That's mostly my final thought. I don't have much tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I hear you, man. The anticipation's killing me. Carvey, what you got?
I got a couple of things. I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be, but one, I want to give special prayers out to my daughter. She got bit by a dog in her face. she had get 9 stitches. Her face is like really swollen, really bad. So my prayers go out to my youngest daughter. She's 9 years old. I hope she, Daddy love you. Hope you get well soon. I just that was devastating seeing her like that. But the other good news is, just got my accepted letters in college. I'm about to go get my bachelor degrees. So
yeah.
So you're looking at a college boy right now. So
hell yeah.
Hey.
What you getting your bachelor's in? Shit talk or what?
Definitely.
Damn.
Actually, I got my PhD in that, so in business and marketing.
101.
Business marketing.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
There you go.
Where you going?
Arizona.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right,
It'll be the best decision you ever made.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man. Hey, we're all praying for you, but I'm gonna keep it just a little long. I'll try to make it as quick as I can, though. So, like Thomas said, everybody, football is here. We are less than 10 days away. We're 9 days away, or no, we're 8 days away. 8 days away from kickoff 2022 NFL season. I'm pumped. I know this whole panel's pumped. Thursday Night Football is a week from Thursday. Can't wait. The Colts play the Houston Texans Sunday, week 1 at 1 o'clock. Your boy Big Country will be there, so which means the Anvil's going on the road, baby. So, so we'll be going out there, enjoying, seeing some old friends out there of the show and everything. So, pray for a safe flight, and all that stuff. So, but at home, we have our tailgates, our future legendary tailgates. So be sure to join us on our tailgates. First home games against the Chiefs. So we're going to have some barbecue prepared by my friend Chef Jake Brockman of Mise en Place Catering. He will be there, serving everybody up. He's bringing plenty of food. We're having pulled pork sandwiches, y'all. Bourbon smoked pulled pork sandwiches. We're having bourbon smoked baked beans. We're having smoked potato salad. We're having, I think, lemon or raspberry bars for dessert.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. Look, Cloud getting mad. Cloud mad right now.
And because I'm more than likely I'm not gonna be able to make that, and I'm devastated.
I hate that, bro. I hate
whole
that.
menu is like not sitting well with me because it sounds.
Look, my stomach growling.
Right. Banging the anvil and meeting the fans, and
we're gonna have our anvil there. So everybody, make sure you all show up. He's gonna bring food for I think either 50 to 75 people. So we need this food gone. Come all to this tailgate. It's gonna be legendary. We'll have an anvil for everybody to hit. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have cornhole, ladder ball. The whole shebang. We're gonna go all out for the opening game at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. So please tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your sisters, tell whoever you need to get on out there. So
can I add something to that?
Yeah.
I am in the process of trying to get the Ric Flair to come to one of our home games. I don't know if he's going to be able to, but I'm working on it.
What?
You see it? Yeah, I sent that email out last week, and he can't make it to the first one, but I'm trying to get one of the other ones.
Woo!
That'll be that's like a.
You pull that off, Thomas, you might get a Christmas gift.
If we have a promotion,
you might get a Christmas gift, buddy.
All right.
With that, click, get us out of here, man.
Yep, we will. So remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. You all stay blessed, stay pretty, and above all, go Colts.
Go Colts.
Go Colts. Woo!
Hell yeah.